start recording, and we can pretend like we haven't said any of that stuff before. And for people who were asking who we are, I'm ComputerHeat, and the man with the lovely German accent is IcemanJoker, also of RNG Arena, which he does with Festive Long Johns, which is a fantastic show. If you guys haven't watched that, you should definitely head over to YouTube this afternoon and watch some of their games. And yeah, man, I want to get through some of these before a patch comes and destroys everything. So maybe we should just like kick this one off. And would you count us in your signature style if we're both paused
I
at
I
5 seconds?
I I'll definitely do that as soon as I'm fully loaded up.
All right, cool.
Uh, Looks like my game is still having some issues with that loading, but shouldn't take too long. I think there were the quarterfinals, right? Luvnest versus Symbiosis,
Yeah, this is
if
a
I remember right.
quarterfinals game. I'm trying to
Yeah.
remember. Prior to this, Luvnest played against Siberian, and if the brackets are to be believed, he won 2-0.
Yeah. I
And
yeah, I watched those games and I don't know how to put it in the right words, but it was a pretty clear result. Like I don't think any of the games took a lot longer than two no than 10 minutes basically. So
oh wow,
yeah,
yeah, Loveness has been on a tear in this tournament. And one thing to note, he was playing this tournament with like a gigantic hangover.
yeah, yeah,
If anybody was watching his stream the day before, he got completely fucking blitzed and like threw up on himself and passed out before midnight.
yeah.
And he just popped a couple of aspirins and jumped right back in. So I guess well these games were played on Sunday. It's Monday now as we're recording this, so he's probably made a full recovery by
Yeah,
this point.
hopefully.
Uh,
Yeah, okay, I'm loaded up, so I'm ready to go if you
Great.
are.
I am at 5 seconds, and you get the 5 seconds and just count us in.
Yep.
As I said, please do it in your signature style.
All right, let's go. Okay, we are live in 5, 3, 2, 1, unpaused. There we
All
go. We got
right.
6, 7, 8, whoops, 9, 10. All
Perfect.
right, there we go. Yeah,
So Symbiosis is a player that anyone from the old Company of Heroes 1 days, especially the latter era, is gonna know, as he was just for a while the most dominant player in that game. It was winning everything. He was winning 2v2 tournaments left and right. He was winning every single 1v1 tournament, top of the ladders, like every single faction. Really, really scary player, and very, very nearly the winner of Sunday Night Fight Season 4. And
yep.
Lovenest, I don't know that I don't believe he played much of the first Company of Heroes. I asked him about that when I did when I did a cast together with him, and I think he said that he was not much of a player of that. But I have never had the privilege of playing against any of these guys because I'm a total noob who sucks at this game. But what about you, Iceman?
I didn't play against Symbiosis yet, unfortunately, but I played Lovenest, I think, two or three times, and that was always good fun. I mean, uh, yeah, not like I'd have a big chance, but yeah, good games.
Yeah, Love Nest is I didn't check the ladders before this, but I'm pretty sure he's in the top 10 or at least in the top 20 with every single faction
Yeah,
for 1v1s.
yeah,
And Symbiosis has not been playing a whole like he's been playing more and more over the last couple of months. I think a lot of the players got a bad taste in their mouth when the game initially came out, but then as been patched more and more, and then with the release of Western Front Armies, players have come back and been like, "Hey, wait a minute, the game's actually like pretty good now." So we get
yeah.
to see them playing in these tournaments. We saw Aim Strong playing before, and now we've got Symbiosis, and now
We
we're
even
actually
saw
having.
we even saw Def M for a while. He was doing
Yeah.
some auto matching. I mean, he disappeared then. I haven't seen him in quite some weeks, but he went up to I think he was second in the ladder as Austere. So yeah, a lot of guys coming back.
There is some mysterious Smurf. I assume it's a Smurf who's like level 45 and like number 6 or something on the US 1v1 ladders, just like flying up through the ranks. I have no freaking idea who it is, and I'm really, really curious to find out. Oh man, these Stern Pioneers taking a beating, and Symbiosis needs to retreat them on back to base.
Really has to watch out for those. That was really close. Already doctrine choice by Symbiosis. Like in so many other games, we see fortifications for the OKW. Yeah, it's interesting. So many players choose that doctrine.
I think it makes sense. The MG34s are really, really strong. The ability to lay down S-mines with Volksgrenadiers is very powerful. I cast a game, it was Vindicare X versus Von Ivan, and Vindicare used that doctrine and just had some absolutely insane S-mines that just like popping at just the right moment and wiping a squad and a half of conscripts. So plus the MG34, and you can also get a Pack 43, so you don't need to invest in Raketenwerfers if you don't want to, and you can set that thing up in the right place. It's kind of conditional on what commander your opponent picks, and
yeah, it's especially the Pack 43 is a really good one. Oh, have a look at the cutoff.
oh boy,
Symbiosis is setting up his battle group headquarters just as Luvnest jumps into the house and opens fire on it.
Oh, we can hear. I hear squads ooh-rahing up. They want to get a piece of this before the get in while the getting's good. So
yeah, he should maybe get out of the house and focus fire on the truck to have all 6 men shooting on it.
Yeah,
it might take it down in time.
I mean, he's even got this well, the little pickup truck that he could hide behind and shoot at, and now Symbiosis is desperately trying to protect this truck, which is now that thing is so dead.
Yeah, it is. No way.
Oh, it was so close to finishing, but yeah, it was not going to last.
Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely huge win.
Yeah, Luvnest hasn't teched at all, and he's going to have whatever he wants to do is going to be viable right now. I would think he might want to just go tier 1 and get himself like a flamer car, because without a tier building up for Symbiosis and 2.5 minutes until he can actually even start building another one, he's not going to be able to get Panzer Shreks, and the flamer car will just do crazy, crazy damage to him. He's already struggling to win just against conscripts, and yeah, Symbiosis is in a bad spot.
Yeah, once again we see that power of that house at the cutoff. It's just so important to control that house for the northern player. If your opponent hops in there, he can put so much pressure on your cutoff, and it's really hard to even get out of your base. I think that's what we could have seen from all those quarterfinals. It was that house was always really important.
And the last couple of games that I cast before we had you on showed the series between Vindicare and Jezelin, and in all the games that one of the players went OKW, well, both the games where a player went OKW, the first thing they did was drive their truck up to that house and knock it down. Because fuck that house.
Yeah, exactly. It's so much of a risk. It's so easy to pin a player in the base with that house. I mean, especially against OKW, they don't have any mortars available that early. They only have grenades, so no flamers. You wanna spend your munitions on tracks anyhow. So it's if your opponent hops in there, you'll have a hard time.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose you can go spec ops and get infiltration grenades to try to get them out, but even that's, you know, that's no guarantee. And now Luvnest, oh, he almost takes the cutoff, but too many of the guys in that squad get killed, and the bulk of the squad ends up outside the camping circle, and Symbiosis is going to hold on to that. But, you know, it's not actually connecting him to anything.
Yeah, he kept the VP, he's keeping the munitions, but he hasn't got the other cutoff. Although I really like that he already went for sweepers, already sweep one mine. That's clearly thinking ahead, because on this map mines are pretty vital.
Oh,
good amount of mining spots over here.
Pretty much anywhere you put a mine on this map, you can be sure that it's going to get hit at some point, and any good Soviet player is going to put down mines everywhere. Whoa, Luvnest is going tier 3 already.
Wow.
So he went tier 2 and then built nothing out of it and is now going tier 3. And
7 minute tier 3, that's so early.
It is really early. And with his fuel income, he'd be able to afford a an M5 almost immediately, and he can get himself a T70 in a minute.
Yeah.
Which
probably have the T70 when when it's built up almost. That's what I guess. I mean, that's what he should. But he might go for T70. It's a beast against OKW.
It is, and Tier 1 is finally about to go up safely in Symbiosis' base. And so he'll be able to afford himself, I guess, one squad of one set of Panzer Shreks, and that's not enough against the T70.
No, definitely not.
You need at least 2 squads or 1 squad and a Rakettenwerfer and maybe a mine to safely deal with that thing. But and then these squads, I mean, they're low health. They're going to be getting healed up to battle group headquarters. But he's either going to lose even more map control and get his squads a little bit safer, or he's going to get aggressive and he's going to lose his squads and then lose the game.
The thing with the map control is, even if Luvnest puts so much pressure on that cutoff, he's still doing quite good for in map control for OKW. He has munitions, a VP, his fuel. It's basically all he needs at the moment.
Oh boy!
If you would disconnect him from the cutoff out of his base, it would be a different situation. But right now, it's totally okay for him.
Symbiosis is smartly leading around squads with his sweepers, so the sweepers and the Volksgrenadiers run up to the territory sector along the road, and sweepers are leading the way to the next spot. If they go a little bit farther, they're going to spot this mine, but sweepers for OKW have such a... Is it just my imagination, or do they have a really pathetic detection radius?
Yeah, they do. It's... yeah.
So Luvnest got his tier 3 up, and it looks like he's waiting for a T-34-76. I can't imagine he would just give up his advantage so easily if he wasn't going for that. Flamers are forced on back to base.
It's a really interesting choice in my opinion, because the T-70 is actually, in my opinion, it's doing better against infantry than the T-34, because it's just killing more reliably, not missing that often, and it's also faster. And the T-34 is maybe taking a bit more hits, taking some more hits, and is better against tanks, but he doesn't have to fear anything in that direction. So yeah, maybe he's thinking ahead. Maybe T-34 is still useful in the late game, but so is the T-70 if you use it right. So interesting choice, I think.
I agree. I think that, I mean, at this point he can't really go wrong no matter what he picks, but I think that the T-70 would have been a better choice for the reasons that you just listed. Also, the T-70 can repair itself.
Yeah.
A lot of people forget about that, but if your combat engineers die, you can still fix that thing up almost instantly. Not enough to fix a damaged engine. Symbiosis just discovered the mine on the road, and he actually got himself an IG a little while ago. It's just beginning to fire now, and that's what he's using to try to get squads out of houses.
Yeah, it's one of the few choices you have as OKW to do that. It's really funny in my opinion, because the ISG was always bashed before the tourneys for being so bad, but especially on this map I saw a couple of tourney games going on where several players got the IG, and it just went for a huge massacre that nobody expected, like totally crushing forwards, American retreat points and all that. It did a good job, and I don't think anyone expected it to do.
Oh yeah, people who saw OMG Pop versus Aimstrong, that first game, oh my god, that IG was game-changing. And also, there was a really good game between Vindicare X and Von Ivan that I cast yesterday with Kilrathy's Soldier. Hopefully we'll be getting that up on YouTube soon, but there was some really nice use of the IG by Vindicare. And now with the Schwer Panzer headquarters up, he actually has a safe place where he can put the IG, where he can shoot across the river and be pretty much immune from being attacked.
Yeah.
And he still has not managed to get these conscripts out of this house yet. He's got to be kicking himself for not just destroying that thing immediately with his truck.
See demos going down, one at the... Oh! ISG hits the demo, there we go.
Very nice.
We also see another demo at the right VP. That's a nasty spot. If you don't micro your units over the wall, jumping over them to avoid whatever mine or demo or something, they're gonna be pretty much guaranteed wipe.
Oh yeah, there is always a mine at that spot. If the Soviet player has taken that point, you are pretty much guaranteed to find one there. So Luvnest hasn't picked a commander yet, and honestly, he doesn't need to at this point. He's got everything he needs. Oh, T-3476 is taking a beating.
Some huge damage. Even the ISG gets in the shot and penetrates it.
You know what I'd like to see? I would like to see a howitzer, but I don't think... Yeah, Luvnest doesn't have that available to him. But he's got his tier 2, so he's got some anti-tank available to him whenever he needs it.
Yeah.
And a howitzer would just pounding on the cutoff would make this even harder for Symbiosis than it already is.
Yeah. I could imagine Luvnest going for... Oh, there we go, shock rifle. I was just about to say that. Because it fits to the tech, to the tier 3 building. You can get the T-44 or whatever you want out before your call-ins. And if you want to go for guard motor, for example, you have T-34-85s, and then you build tier 3, you have even more T-34s. That's kind of an overlap there. So yeah, I'd say that's a good choice.
Oh, T-34 went down. I think it hit a mine on the road.
Yeah.
It must have. There was nothing else around there.
Yeah, it's the only... Yeah, I think so.
You get those spontaneously combusting defective Soviet tank shells blowing up in there. It's the 1 in a billion chance of that happening every time it fires. So...
Yeah, that's the kind of win that Symbiosis needs to crawl back into this game. Killing the T-34 without having him doing too much for Luvnest is a good thing.
Yeah, that T-34 did not really contribute very much to this fight.
Yeah.
I think it only got, what, like 3 kills?
Yeah, and for that cost... Oh, he spotted the demo charge on the left strategic point over there with his Sturm Pioneers.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he doesn't have anything around that he can use to defuse it. I mean, he can walk around the thing, but until he can get a squad of grenadiers or throw a grenade on it, you can't sweep those things. Luvnest will just blow it up.
It's a bit weird. Yeah, that you can sweep them, that it can still blow them up when a sweeper's around. I don't know if I like that. It's
I don't
strange.
Like it.
Not really.
Oh man, shock troops. They're gonna end this advance.
Nice,
like, get back on your side of the river, damn it.
It's my cutoff.
Oh man.
Yeah, ISG gotta run. He can't retreat, so that thing has to run, but looks good for it.
Yeah, I think it'll make it back safely. And it's going to be under the cover of the flak emplacements. And one thing Symbiosis is known for is he's pretty unflappable. So he's off. Oh, nice grenade on the retreat path. Doesn't quite land in the right spot. But Symbiosis is a player who he doesn't give up. Like, you gotta usually... You gotta kill him dead before he'll end the game. Okay, we got the Rakettenwerfer shooting at the demo charge.
I'm missing all the time.
Yep.
Another T-34 on the field though. That's interesting.
Let's see, Obersoldat in a building, and even now I still think a T-70 would have been a better choice.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. He's at 115 fuel right now. So he probably will have to save up a while for any call he wants to get. He's doing good on map control, but still. Yeah.
Given how dominant Luvnest has been, actually it would have been better if he'd gone for tier 4, I think. Could have gotten himself a Katyusha, just barraged this cutoff, and then saved up for a call-in, whatever call-in tank he'd like to get. That said, he does have some nice off-map artillery that's coming in right now. Oh,
huge hit at the conscripts. Yeah.
Oh,
those
God.
Brents gotta retreat to through the fire. It's gonna be close. Oh, they are lucky. Really lucky.
I am so lucky there.
Yeah.
IG gets another kill. He throws down a smoke grenade. I guess to stop the machine gun from shooting at him. And man, that Rakettenwerfer still hasn't hit the demo charge. It's hit like everything except the fucking demo charge.
Yeah, he's just not able to clear that one out. Maybe the Obersoldat can throw a nade at it, but there was... I mean, 45 munitions for clearing that out is quite a lot.
Yep.
It's already half of the cost, so... Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it looks like Symbiosis is probably saving up to get himself a Panther. And I haven't been paying attention to see if there have been more mines going down from Symbiosis. He's had his flamers sitting in a building for quite a while, not doing, well, not running around totally choking up the middle of the map with mines. T-34-76 dodges a Panzerschreck shot out of the Raketenwerfer, and looks like Symbiosis is going to manage to escape his base on the left.
Yep. Yeah,
Pushing out of
he's
the-
just he has so much infantry now that he's able to push at both fronts, and it's pretty hard for Luvnest to hold that off.
Oh,
that,
no!
That almost
Oh,
wrapped.
no!
Oh no!
Bye,
Oh
guys!
God!
Oh no! They dropped the LMG!
Ah. Yeah. Yeah,
Jesus.
I can understand him there. I can totally understand him.
And now those combat engineers, they have that flamethrower, which makes them awesome at close range, and they have the LMG, which make them like, you know, 3/4 as strong as an Obersoldaten squad. They're gonna be able to just solo the rest of the army.
Yeah. Oh man, this is just so unfortunate for Symbiosis. He detected the demo charge and barraged it for an hour, and then it still kills his Obersoldaten and even drops the LMG. That's just the worst
so
case scenario.
bad. That's so bad. Man, and triple cap is in against him. Symbiosis is holding out gamely, but it's going to be a miracle if he can get another VP under his control. I mean, Luvnest has another. Oh god, he's about to lose the IG now as well to these conscripts. Luvnest he's got plenty of infantry. He's almost able to get himself an IS-2, and he has incendiary artillery, which is probably going to get dropped on the left right now. Maybe he'll just let the T-34 deal with these pesky grenadiers.
Yeah, it's looking really grim for Symbiosis now. I mean, if he manages to get out the Panther, he can hold out a bit longer. That's the key, I'd say. He has to get a Panther right now in preparation of the for the IS-2. But he also, like you've said, he just needs to grab a VP. He's down to 60, 62.
Yeah, once these combat engineers take the top VP, he's going to have about a minute left before the clock drains out in him.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like he realized the spot he's in.
Alright. So that was game 1 of Luvnest versus Symbiosis, and a really commanding performance from Luvnest. And you know what won the game? That fucking house on the cutoff.
Yeah, definitely. That's true. And this truck killing, this early truck loss for Symbiosis just killed him right there.
Yep. So, man, IcemanJoker, would you do me the pleasure of casting game 2 of this with me?
Yeah, of course.
Hell yeah! So we are going to take an extremely short break while we load that one up, and ending recording